What attracted you to this field?
I think our industry, when you start asking people how they started, nobody started out in the kitchen business.
As with many people in this field, there is nothing that really attracted you to it. You just fall into it. You can't help it. You know, if you wanted to do something else, you wouldn't be able to. It's almost as though you're driven to this type of work.
Well, I originally came to the States in 1980 and went to a college in Miami, originally for business management, and it wasn't until I came to New York that I actually accidentally fell into the world of design. And initially I was involved with tile and stone and hard surfaces, and only about 10 years ago got involved in the kitchen design world.
I'm an architect who's been involved in green technologies for about 30 years. I started out back in the 1970s when the whole movement was really in the hands of a fairly small group of artists who worked principally in New York City, in Los Angeles, and in Italy. And they were approaching the whole realm from the idea that green could be an integral part of a new art movement.
I've always loved all aspects of cooking, entertaining, table setting, design. So for me, it's under one big sort of food, kitchen design, residential design umbrella.
I got into this field more than 25 years ago, and basically it was just a casual meeting. It was a black tie dinner. I met some people, and they said, well, how would you like to work for us? And I said, well, I don't have the training. And they said, we'll do it. And after that, I did OJT. I went to school and been in love with it ever since. And I've been designing for 27 years now.
I'm an architect. I've been in the profession for quite a while, since 1985. I've had my own firm since 1995. Eventually, I just end up being kind of like a specialist on kitchen design.
I went to design school in Chicago, and I started working with a well-known kitchen designer in Chicago, and that's sort of how I got involved in kitchens. And then I knew I wanted to come to New York, so I was recommended to St. Charles when I moved here, and I love it.
I trained in England in interior design and worked for an architectural firm in England for close to 10 years. Worked my way up to running a division of that architectural firm. Came over here in the late 80s, early 90s, and I've worked as an independent interior designer for close to 20 years in this country.
New York City, of course, was the center of excitement and design for me. So after graduation from high school, I went to Parsons School of Design here in Manhattan and embarked on my career as a designer.
I have also a 20-year background in feng shui, and I also work in various other fields of cross-cultural analysis and things like that. At the moment, I'm president of ASID New York Metro chapter, and very active in the design community.
I was a manufacturer in the garment area. My husband and I closed a business in 1990, and I was wooed into this business, and I've had a wood mode showroom for 15 years.
I've been a designer practically my entire life. My first inspiration was finding broken bottles and rusted wash basins in an abandoned barn, and those were the antiques that I decorated my childhood clubhouse with.